Hello and welcome to the organization known as Parents Against Loss, or PALS. This organization was founded back in September 2016, on the 28th of September, when a parent was sitting in family court after a traumatic seizure of her children, and she realized that this situation was new, as she had never had child welfare services involved in her family before, and she was feeling quite alone, afraid. She was under extreme emotional duress. She basically was praying that some sense would be made of everything. And while she was sitting there and trying to make sense of everything, she was given some insight as to why she was in that courtroom in the first place. She eventually wrote down the word PALS, or Parents Against Loss, and believed that it was her calling to unite parents against the loss of their children, against the loss of constitutional rights individually for both parents and children, as well as touch on subjects like the loss of familial relationships with grandparents, aunts, uncles, the custody of children in DSS care versus care of their extended families, and all around basically, figuring out what is going on in the circumstances, because when a parent doesn't know what's going on, they suddenly find themselves at termination and they didn't know what happened. So we want to foster better relationships between attorneys and clients. We would like to take part in advocacy and activism with things that are submitted to North Carolina as far as bills go. We would like to spread awareness and education. We need to know that there are people out there willing to volunteer to watch and monitor these courts, as well as hold our judicial branches accountable for what is going on in their courtrooms. And actually, these are our courtrooms. As Americans, we set up this system so that we could keep each other accountable in social standards. But if nobody's keeping the people who are supposed to be keeping us accountable, then we start to see problems in society. It's a breakdown of our culture, our traditions, the things that we hold dear in this country. So Parents Against Loss is seeking to gain volunteers who are willing to step up and take part, not just if you're in neck deep with Department of Social Services child welfare, but if you are a family that does not want to see your family torn apart by the services. We want to promote protective factors in community. That protective factors are basically what you want to see in a community to strengthen family and community so that abuse, neglect, and dependency is not present. Now, there's always going to be some sort of degree of risk factors, which is the thing that we're against, that promotes abuse, neglect, and dependency. But we want to make sure that we're doing for North Carolina what we can to protect families, protect the rights, but also balance it out with the need for safe and healthy families. So if you would mind just emailing us at parentsagainstloss@gmail.com, you can tell us your story. We adhere to confidentiality rules when it comes to cases that are sent to us. We are not attorneys. We do not practice law. We are all volunteers. We just have to add that in there. But we want to connect with you guys. We want to connect with North Carolina. We want to move, and we want to be there. We want to be Parents Against Loss, and so that's what this organization is. So, like I said, email us at parentsagainstloss@gmail.com. Share your story. If you'd like your story to be taken to legislators, please get a hold of us and let us know that too, because we are always willing to take stories out there to Raleigh and share what's going on. We're also willing to keep you guys updated on what we're doing and when you can have involvement. Presently, we're going to just kind of build that volunteer base and see what we can get accomplished for the state of North Carolina. My name is Sarah Blevins. I'm a facilitator here at Parents Against Loss. Thank you for watching this video, and we all look forward here at Parents Against Loss at getting in touch with you and seeing how we can preserve these rights and ideals of family in North Carolina.